Hi Sharks, I'm Craig Jones. I live in Rochester Hills, Michigan, and I've invented the best internal combustion engine ever developed. I am a very successful entrepreneur in the chemical manufacturing and installation business. I'd like to bring that success to this endeavor. I've invented and patented the most advanced internal combustion engine in the world. The only patented gas-electric hybrid in one particular package. So it's a generator, an electrical motor, and an internal combustion engine all in one particular package. I'm looking for $1.5 million for 5% equity and 7.5% royalty on the U.S. patent only. The use of this money is to continue minor engineering and build a working prototype. This is the operation of the Jones engine. You'll see that the pistons operate in 36-degree segments in a 4-stroke, 4-cylinder configuration. 1-to-1 with the crankshaft. So these forces are perpendicular to the crankshaft, similar to the forces on an electrical motor. The reason why electrical motors create so much torque is because they have forces perpendicular to the crankshaft. Now, you'll also notice that this engine is not just taking forces and applying them direct to the crankshaft 1-to-1 as far from the crankshaft as possible, but we also have an electromagnetic array around there that creates an electrical field to create an electrical motor at the same time. So it's helping at any time I asked this motor to be an electrical motor as well as an internal combustion motor, it will do it. And you don't need a huge bank of batteries. You need fast cycling batteries. And we have that today to be able to do it. So every engine will have less weight batteries, but still be a hybrid. You have much less moving parts. There's only 11 primary parts. They're all proven parts, proven concepts. I haven't reinvented the wheel. I've taken the geometry of the engine and applied the forces differently so that the engine would be more usable. You can see it's a relatively small engine. This 1.2 liter is about this big. You can pick it up yourself, actually put it in your car. To rebuild this engine, the front face comes off and you can pull the guts out. You can rebuild this entire engine in about an hour. There is no block to the engine. There's a variety of benefits to it. When you have a crankshaft that's straight, as this crankshaft is, and you're using off-the-shelf designs like Sprag clutches to drive the crankshaft, it's cheaper to manufacture and easier to control. And we anticipate that we'll be able to offer a much better warranty than any other engine on the market. When you can offer a lightweight, high-torque, high-efficient motor that burns any kind of fuel at any time, at varying compression levels, whether it be dynamic or spark ignition, the computer will decide while it's driving down the road how to operate the best way. I've been working on this engine for about 12 years. Originally, I had Dr. Louis Lorenzo, Vice President at Dow Automotive, who believed in this concept very much and dedicated, quite honestly, 3 or 4 years of his life to it. It got to a point where I didn't want to continue to spend the amount of money necessary to take it to market when I knew I would be running into the same problem. If I couldn't get it exposed to the public like I'm doing right now, or couldn't have access to a lot of capital like I'm doing right now, the engine would take off too slow. And we need some velocity in this expansion. We really do. And I've had the right people around me that believe in it, but we need the business plan. The greatest idea in the world doesn't work unless you have a good, solid business plan and a good, solid business, and everybody's making money. Currently, we have approximately $400,000 invested, most of my own money into this investment. I believe I'm at the point where I need investors like yourselves to come in. If I don't have the relationship with people like you, this engine is not going to enter into the marketplace the appropriate way. I will validate this engine, and I will bring it to market, and I will bring it to market the most effective way. And the most effective way to bring it to the market is look for the lowest lying fruit, the least competition. One of the areas I would like is the genset. It's 2012 was an $8.61 billion market. It's projected by 2016 to be $16.5 billion in diesel and gasoline. It's our expectation within 3 years of entering in the marketplace that we will capture 5% of this. You can see that this is no small market. This is probably one of the biggest patents ever going to be presented to you. And it's got to be something that you would sit back and say, is it possible? I'm telling you, it's not only possible, it's probable. This engine is the real deal. You give me this money and I will prove to you, just like I've done with all the other things in my life. My net worth is in the 8 figures. It wasn't easy. It wasn't because I try to do something. I make things happen. You give me this opportunity, give me this money, and give me these contacts, and the world is ours. I will tell you, the reason I built this engine wasn't just for the money. It really wasn't. It was because I believe in helping something, inventing something that will be better for mankind. I really would love to see the United States become a larger manufacturing base, more specifically Michigan, more specifically Detroit, where I'm from, the suburbs of Detroit. I would like to see that again, and I believe that we can build this engine in Detroit, be competitive globally, and dominate the engine market again. Chairman of Lotus Engineering out of Ann Arbor said when he looked at my engine, because not only was he a fantastic engineer, but when he turned and looked at me, he said, "This is the best engine I've ever seen." He says, "Why didn't I think of that?" And it was funny because we laughed. I thought it was very humbling of a guy saying that to me who has way more experience than I have. But I have the gift, and I developed it, and it is the best engine. And I appreciate somebody saying that. In fact, he says, when you build the engine, he says, I will build a car around this engine. We have the validation. We have everything we need to be able to take this to build this working prototype. We have all the engineering and computer analysis to do it. We need the money to be able to do it, and then I need access, like I'm getting right now on TV. I need to be able to have access to the right people so they can realize the benefits of this. I hope you give me an opportunity, Sharks. You will not be disappointed. This will give you an opportunity. If you invest in me in this engine, it will be the best investment you've ever made, and probably the best you will ever make. I hope you give me that opportunity. Thank you for your time.